It was the scariest moment of my life. Do you know what I mean?
It's hard to believe the Ariana Grande everyone once knew has become nearly unrecognizable. At least, that's the collective gasp fans have shared over her latest public appearances. A swift transformation in her appearance, from dramatic weight fluctuations to a total style overhaul, has left many people asking a troubling question. Is Ariana Grande really okay? While she's always been a pop culture chameleon, there's something different this time. Rumors swirl about hidden motives, personal struggles, and a dramatic pivot toward acting in Hollywood's biggest productions. Whether it's a daring reinvention or a path that signals deeper concerns, one thing is clear: the Ariana of today is not the Ariana of yesterday.
Listen, this is going to end up where it's meant to end up.
Ariana Grande's transformation didn't happen overnight, but you might think so from the shock value it's caused. Fans point out she appears startlingly frail, her wardrobe pivoting to vintage-inspired gowns and oversized sleeves, with a voice that's somehow lighter than ever. Whispers claim she's angling for the role of Hollywood's next iconic starlet, hoping to channel old-school legend Audrey Hepburn. Others insist it's evidence of a bigger identity crisis, fueled by industry pressures and perhaps even secret personal struggles. Yet Ariana stands firm, saying she's healthier and happier than she's ever been, reminding everyone that nobody has the right to comment on her body. Whether this shift is part of an elaborate Hollywood strategy or a genuine change of heart, it sparked more questions than answers. Before we continue with our deep dive, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll never miss out on the latest breaking stories in entertainment.
I had one heart attack. That was the first one.
Yeah.
And then second heart attack.
But that wasn't the whole story. Even as speculation about Ariana's physical transformation dominates headlines, a cluster of rumors suggests she's reinventing herself for more than vanity's sake. Some say she's tired of the pop star persona and desperately wants to be taken seriously as a high-caliber actress. Casting directors are apparently enthralled by her star power, but behind closed doors, they question whether fans can embrace this new Ariana, one who seems to be swapping her signature cat-eye look for a delicate, wide-eyed image reminiscent of 1950s screen icons. Out in the public sphere, though, fans haven't held back. Online boards are inundated with people debating whether Ariana's shift feels genuine. Some supporters argue that she has every right to evolve, while skeptics claim she's merely shape-shifting for whatever role gives her the best acclaim. No matter which side you take, it's obvious that Ariana's transformation has everyone talking, and many are uneasy.
I just wanted to address your concerns about my body and talk a little bit about what it means to be paid such close attention to. The body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest points of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy, but that in fact wasn't my healthy.
A huge piece of Ariana's rebranding puzzle could be the controversial relationship she's shared with Ethan Slater, her co-star in the movie adaptation of Wicked. Once it surfaced that Ethan parted ways with his longtime partner around the same time Ariana entered the picture, the tabloids erupted. Public perception quickly turned sour, especially among fans who saw Ariana's involvement in that situation as morally gray at best. Industry insiders suggest that Hollywood's upper echelon might be keeping her at arm's length until the scandal blows over. For an actress keen on capturing a squeaky clean image reminiscent of Audrey Hepburn, the timing couldn't be worse. The swirl of judgment around her personal life only heightens skepticism around her entire transformation. Are these changes, a new voice, new wardrobe, and new circle of friends, simply a deflection from the swirling drama? Ariana's confidants reportedly say she's found real love and is just trying to live her truth. But it's an uphill battle when the public decides the scenario looks more like betrayal than genuine romance. Still, a rocky love life isn't the only issue causing Ariana's halo to slip.
Healthy. You never know what someone is going through. You never know. So be gentle with each other.
The Ariana Grande that stormed the charts with Thank You Next and sported that iconic high ponytail was unstoppable. Around that time, fans jokingly dubbed her Blackiana, referencing an edgier style, deeper tan, and a more outspoken personality. By contrast, this demure, softly spoken version who drapes herself in pastel gowns seems like a total 180. The vibe is reminiscent of a star practicing lines for a pristine classic film. Less pop diva, more wide-eyed ingenue. Her voice on red carpets is so featherlight, people have asked if she's in character 24/7. Some fans pine for the old Ariana, relatable, fearless, and unabashedly herself. Critics argue she was wearing a facade back then too. The real question is whether Ariana is playing a part now or finally dropping the act. Regardless, seeing such a stark shift in persona has piqued people's concern, especially as her outward demeanor has changed in sync with rumors of private upheaval. But personality swings aren't the only reason folks are scratching their heads. Ariana's venture into Hollywood as Glinda in Wicked was supposed to be her triumphant crossover moment, a chance to prove that she's more than a pop singer. Early hype suggested she'd be a frontrunner during awards season, with fans salivating at the prospect of Ariana bagging major trophies. Yet, when the results rolled in, it felt like the industry wasn't too eager to hand out accolades. She lost major nods to other productions, fueling theories that the controversies in her personal life had overshadowed her performance. Even her co-star Ethan Slater's presence stirred more drama than delight. Award ceremonies never exist in a vacuum. Public sentiment can sway opinions behind the scenes. While Wicked still managed to snag a few accolades for production and costume design, Ariana's performance went unacknowledged, leaving her legion of fans embittered and suspicious. Is this a genuine industry snub, or simply a matter of her performance not living up to the lofty standards set by the legendary Broadway show? Of course, public controversies and a perceived award snub might just be the tip of the iceberg.
I was on a lot of antidepressants, and
Ariana hasn't been shy about discussing mental health challenges in the past. She once admitted to being on multiple antidepressants while navigating extreme personal hardships, from the tragic Manchester attack to the loss of loved ones. That turbulence could explain her frequent shifts in style and mannerisms. Some see it as a sign she's still figuring out who she is under the microscope of fame. Others worry she's burying deeper problems under yet another polished persona. Fans are especially vocal when it comes to Ariana's weight. Tabloids speculate everything from disordered eating to borderline malnutrition. Ariana, on the other hand, has pushed back, saying that the healthy figure people remember from years ago was actually when she was at her lowest point emotionally, coping with a chaotic lifestyle. She's urged the public to be more thoughtful about comments on appearances. Still, a wave of concern continues to wash over social media whenever she steps out looking more delicate than usual. Is she simply petite by nature, or is there something more sinister at play? Those questions don't stop at her health. They extend to her entire future in the industry. Celebrities reinvent themselves all the time, but Ariana's constant metamorphosis leaves even her most devoted fans feeling out of the loop. One year she's a brassy R&B queen, the next she's an ethereal actress seemingly channeling mid-century Hollywood. Reinvention can be thrilling, provided it comes from a place of authenticity. The controversy arises when the shift seems too perfectly timed with major film roles, rumored breakups, or red carpet fiascos. Hollywood thrives on spectacle, and Ariana appears well-versed in orchestrating one. However, the question remains, does this performance help or hurt her in the long run? In an age where audiences crave authenticity, a star can't simply shapeshift without fueling doubts about what's real and what's for show. Over time, fans may grow wary of an artist they can't pin down, suspecting they're being sold a performance instead of connecting with a genuine person. But there's still time for Ariana to either pull back the curtain or double down on the mystery. Recently, Ariana has begun dropping hints about more dramatic film roles on the horizon, projects that may further distance her from her pop star past. She's teased fans with cryptic social posts, referencing iconic cinema scenes and nods to vintage celebrities. If she's aiming to become the poster child of Hollywood's wholesome yet daring revival, she's doing so at a time when critics are more vigilant than ever. Each slip in her personal life, from rumored feuds to romantic entanglements, could overshadow her acting chops in an industry that rarely forgets a scandal. Meanwhile, the controversy surrounding her relationship timeline with Ethan Slater hasn't gone away. Aries stands argue that two consenting adults should be free to follow their hearts, but onlookers continue to label it a betrayal that sullies both their images. Even if her role in Wicked was praised, the cloud of personal drama might persist. Hollywood can be forgiving, but the general public is less so when a third party appears hurt in the process. From a strategic standpoint, Ariana may be eyeing a bigger picture that the world hasn't yet fully seen. If Ariana Grande's abrupt transformations serve any single purpose, it's to keep everyone talking. She's at a crossroads. Will Hollywood finally embrace her as a movie star, overlooking her controversies to celebrate her talent? Or is she at risk of being overshadowed by scandal and doubts about who she really is? With rumors swirling about fresh acting gigs and a continuing presence in Wicked, her future in film looks both promising and perilous. Should she continue with a curated, vintage persona reminiscent of golden era film icons, she might fascinate the part of Hollywood that adores nostalgia. Yet, it could also alienate the pop fans who once cherished her raw spontaneity. In the end, Ariana's next moves, both on-screen and off, will either reinforce her status as a multi-talented megastar or push her into the mire of endless reinventions. Ariana Grande stands at a powerful yet precarious juncture. The music icon stepping into a Hollywood spotlight amid swirling controversies, health debates, and a personal life under siege. She's proven she can dazzle an audience, but can she navigate the complexities of an image that's constantly in flux? Will she find the right balance between staying true to herself and meeting the demands of an industry that loves nothing more than a good comeback or a dramatic fall from grace? Those who adore her fervently wish for the Ariana that once stole their hearts to return. Those who despise her remain convinced it's only a matter of time before more chaos emerges. Either way, Ariana's story is far from over, and the next chapter promises even more intrigue. As she continues to stride deeper into Hollywood's glitzy realm, one can only wonder if she's writing her own script, or if the script is writing her. Ariana Grande has always been more than a vocalist with a soaring range. She grew up under a relentless spotlight, transforming from Nickelodeon star to global sensation. With that history comes a hunger for reinvention, breaking old molds to chase new ambitions. Yet each risky move is magnified by the media. The question is whether this friction fuels her artistry or entangles her in nonstop controversy. Public approval can flip in an instant, and Hollywood's memory is short. Ariana is gambling part of her legacy, seeking cinematic respect amid swirling rumors. Time will reveal if this latest reinvention is a masterpiece. For now, the world can watch and wonder, waiting for Ariana's next move.